Everybody wants to control the way they look and feel as they age, but sometimes diet and exercise don't quite cut it. Well, if you've got problem areas that you need to fix or you don't have the energy that you want, which is everybody's screaming for these days, we've got some help for you today. We have Dr. Paul Budnick. He's the owner of DreamBody Medical Centers here with details. Hi, Doc. How are you?
Hey, glad to be here, Jan.
Good to see you. Let's start with the thing that everybody is talking about these days, and that is the laser liposuction. Why is that so popular now? What are people talking about?
It's gaining in popularity because it's safe. It's done in the office, so the cost is coming down. The instruments are getting smaller, and there is a lot of choices of the types of procedures you can have. I choose the cold laser.
Well, that's new to everyone too, the cold laser. Explain the difference.
Well, there's you have the hot laser, you have water jet, you have vibration. I choose the cold laser because it not only does it have fat melting properties, it also has healing properties. The hot laser, it will melt the fat, but it doesn't have these healing properties, and I find it much safer, personally.
Well, everyone's talking about it. Now, the fat, does it go away forever, or does it come back in some other form or some other place?
By the age of 18, you basically have all the fat cells in your given area. Let's talk about the stomach, since that's the most popular area. So let's say you have 100 million fat cells in your abdominal area at the age of 18.
Dear.
Those are the ones you live with the rest of your life. If you're skinny, they're small. If you're obese, they're big cells. Now, when I do liposuction, I remove a percentage of those fat cells. Let's say I remove 40% of them. The remaining fat, those 40 million fat cells will be gone forever. They won't come back, and they don't shift around the body like some people have rumored them to do.
Now, once those are gone, there are still folks that want to lose weight.
Yes, that's what makes DreamBody Medical Centers different. Not only do we just remove the fat and let you be on your way, I want to balance your thyroid, I want to balance your estrogen, your testosterone. I want to find out what got you, heavy in the first place, and what got you this area of fat that you didn't like to come to me to begin with.
So we're talking hormones here, and at what age should we start really thinking about the hormones and how they're changing in our body?
The age is perimenopause. You should start, if your periods start changing, or you start feeling hot flashes, or if you feel like you're just gaining weight on the same amount of food you've been eating for years, then you're probably getting into perimenopause and you're starting to gain weight. At that time, you should go to a board-certified anti-aging doctor and get your hormones checked and get on track. Now, you can start the hormones up to 10 years after menopause, but after 10 years, it's too late.
You had mentioned the hot flashes. Any other symptoms we should be looking for?
The weight gain I mentioned as well. Fatigue. You'll start getting achiness and vaginal dryness you'll get. Your periods will become prolonged and maybe heavy. Insomnia, depression. There's a lot of symptoms.
And how does DreamBody Medical Center really help tackle that problem?
Well, first, I ask you questions. I ask you a lot of questions. And I ask you about your diet, and I ask you about your symptoms. And then, of course, I'll blood test you or saliva test you. Is very accurate.
Now, let's talk about the husbands. And do they suffer from hormonal problems the way women do?
Yeah, once I get one spouse in, the other spouse has to follow. Because if a couple is 45 years old, and the one spouse is feeling like 20 and the other one's feeling like 50, you have to get the other one. So the men, they need to replace their testosterone, probably after the age of 35, 45 for sure. And that will help them lose weight, avoid depression, be more active, be stronger, be more confident, and, not be grumpy. There's called grumpy old man or irritable male syndrome. It's completely erased with testosterone therapy.
Interesting. Yeah, the belly fat, that's the word we're always hearing about. That should be in the Webster's Dictionary at this point. You've got some specials for Arizona Midday viewers. Tell us about that.
Oh, boy. We have, I think, 40% off, specials. Not to mention 50% off the bioidentical hormone evaluation. And
what's really neat is if you mention Arizona Midday, you'll be able to receive these specials. You could win one of 3 $25 gift cards right now to DreamBodyCenters.com, and that's on the Facebook page.
absolutely.
Very good. Doctor, thank you so much.
Yes, thanks for having me, Jan.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
And for more information, everyone, go to DreamBodyCenters.com or call the number on your screen. And still ahead, here's another way to look beautiful. Try a braid. They're a really hot trend in Hollywood. And now a braid bar is coming to Phoenix. A half-off deal coming up.